Welcome to the Interfaith Behavioral and Mental Health Conference by Ibn Sina.
My name is Nasruddin Rupani. I'm chairman of Ibn Sina Foundation. Today was a very exciting day. Ibn Sina have hosted an Interfaith Mental Health Conference. You can see behind me, we had hundreds of partners, supporters. They were all here. This was a very important event for us by bringing all the interfaith ministries.
We have Reverend Will Starkweather, representing Christianity, Chaplain Fateh Bayer, representing Islam, Namet Tashik, representing Judaism, Reverend Saido Franchavelli, representing Buddhism, and Kanal Vyas with Hinduism.
Let your spirit rest on those gathered here, faith and community and health leaders, that we might be good news for those struggling with wounds we cannot see.
Your Lord has neither forsaken you, nor has he become displeased. And surely the hereafter at the end will be better for you than the present and before. And soon your Lord will grant you, and you shall be well pleased.
May you pour your healing into the barren furrows when we are parched by illness and pain, dried out by distancing and despair.
May peace radiate there in the whole sky, in the space, in the universe, in our mind, in our body, in our soul, in our earth. Let us be peace everywhere around us.
Yay! We ring the bell. I'd like to take 1 minute and pray whatever you pray.
And now we will continue in the celebration and commemoration of this day with the color guard from the Harris County Sheriff's Office.
As we all know, that when any family who is suffering and having challenges with mental health, we always rush to our worship places. Worship place has a very important role to play in the community, and especially in mental health. I would like to recognize our leader who has made all the efforts to bring this beautiful place for all of you to come together. I want to recognize Mariam Khan for her hard work.
Ibn Sina is known as the father of early modern medicine. He wrote some of the very first medical books, including the Book of Healing. As leaders, I believe it is incumbent on all of us to bring attention to the issue of dichotomy between physical health and mental health.
When you have a mental health issue, you have physical health issues, but it's really predominantly, my passion and a lot of my research and my study was on the integration of psychology and spirituality. And so if you see the four circles here kind of combining, it's the biological part, which is like your diet, your exercise, your sleep. It's the psychological part, which is your thoughts, your mental feelings, your spiritual, and then the social part. So it's the combination of all four.
We have the entire orbit of mental health between child and family psychiatry, adult psychiatry, licensed professional counselors, social work. My license is LMFT, which is more relationship-based.
And when we talk about mental illness and reducing the stigma, and how do we create environments when people can safely talk about what they have experienced and be received without judgment. And when we talk about mental illness and reducing the stigma, and how do we create environments when people can safely talk about what they have experienced and be received without judgment.
And I know it was because that faith leader showed first that we're not going to abandon that mental health is an illness like any other illness. If you have a heart problem or a kidney problem or a lung problem, people will cook dinner, cut your grass, carpool your children, but when it's a mental health issue, people run the other way.
I would encourage the counselors and the clinicians to know what organizations, churches in your area, in your community have, and if they don't have something, I'd love to talk to you about helping them.
This is called Chin Mudra, or just open your hands. This is said to improve our memory. So open your hands and put it on your knees, again back straight. And now I invoke the supreme energy to clear what doesn't serve our purpose.
Here are the suicide deaths between 2021 and 2022 in the US. We're now at 50,000 just about. It has seen this little decrease amongst young people, but young people don't really suicide that much. They get a lot of attention, and rightly so, because the concern and jump in suicide rates are so high in the beginning. But where suicide occurs is most of our ages. We're the ones at highest risk. We as humans have often created a world that treats white versus different than black or brown. And that has to change for everyone.
We are Hope and Healing centered. This is normal for me to be talking about mental health in a faith-based community aspect because we go out to churches and talk about this. So this is an intertwined conversation that I'm very comfortable with, and I'm excited to see a lot of churches and leaders try to normalize that conversation.
We have three amazing faith leaders, and I know I really don't have to facilitate discussion or not because they are. This is what they do. And so I'm really delighted to be here.
TBRI is one of the trainings that we send our people to. Mental health first aid for children and adults. We send our people to that training. We also train our people in social emotional learning, right? So that when they're working with our kids, they can learn to identify kids that may have anxiety problems, how to manage their emotions, like in our Sunday school, teaching them how to manage their emotions, how to identify their emotions.
I do believe it is a significant salve for the tremendous anxiety and soulful disparity that we feel as we live in our world from day to day. Whether we suffer officially from a mental illness or whether we suffer from the mentally difficult world in which we live. And so I continually seek through programming to provide people with the opportunities to recognize that anything we are praying or anything we are studying is ultimately and at the end of the day about themselves and their own ability and desire to return to that soulfulness, to that wholeness.
It is a start. I am trying to be intentional about it. I encourage all of you to be intentional about it because it's not too late. We can teach our younger generations to do better, to be better, to just be in the moment, because no one really does that anymore, and it has a massive impact on how they function.
So when you think about somebody that is struggling with a depressive disorder, or somebody that's struggling with schizophrenia, thinking about that is a person first, and then there's a disability.
Rupani Foundation, it's not just about mental health today, but quite frankly, whenever there's a major issue that needs attention, we reach out to the Rupani Foundation, and they're standing with us to make sure that those issues are addressed. So thank you very much to Rupani Foundation and Chairman Rupani. I just want to say that I was so wowed by the speakers today. Like, I learned so much, and I knew I was going to learn a lot today, but some of the statistics that were shared, I was flawed. I mean, I was just like, I cannot believe some of those statistics.
My name is Pastor Sincere with Fort Bend Transformation Church. I just experienced one of the most phenomenal mental health conferences that I've ever been to. Because of Mr. Rupani and the Rupani Foundation and all of the agencies that he has founded and created, we are trying to break the stigma concerning mental health.
My name is Ruxar. I'm a mental health professional, and attending today's conference was a really great idea because having integrated conversations with other faiths helps us expand our knowledge on how to help other community members. At the end of the day, we're all human. We all suffer from something.
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. I think when people come together and talk about mental health and how they can leverage support to other communities, I think there's a great impact that we can make through a collective effort. I'm glad that there was an opportunity for us to learn from each other, from other faiths and what they're doing and what are some challenges that they're facing.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robin Gehring. It was a great honor and a privilege to be part of such an important organization and event that brought together faith-based leaders and mental health practitioners in ways to find how do we reach out to all people.
I'm very delighted to be here today with all of my good friends and community leaders here in Houston at the Ibn Sina Mental Health Conference. My name is Marty McVeigh. I'm the consul for Bangladesh.
My name is Tanaz Chowdhury, and I am really delighted to be here at the Interfaith Mental Health Symposium arranged by Ibn Sina. It's really wonderful to see the community coming together as a whole to address a problem that affects each and every one of us.
My name is Nasser Malik. I'm with the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. I got to know about Ibn Sina a couple of years ago through a friend of mine, and I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to see all these people here. The work Ibn Sina is doing is marvelous.
Today is a great opportunity to come together as leaders to be the healers. I am so excited about this mental and behavioral health conference organized by Ibn Sina Foundation. This is a great program that will cater to everybody in Houston and all over the world.